Welcome back to Ben's Book Club. Today we are diving into the book Strong Money Australia. And look, it kicks off with a pretty massive claim, one that's definitely going to make you sit up and pay attention.
I mean, seriously, just think about that for a second. We're not talking about some high-flying CEO or a tech whiz who got lucky. We're talking about a regular bloke earning a regular wage in a pretty normal Aussie city. It sounds impossible, right? Well, believe it or not, it's a completely true story. The author, Dave Go, he actually pulled it off. And here's the kicker. He did it without winning the lottery or getting a big inheritance from a rich uncle. Nope. He just figured out a totally different way to play the money game. Okay, so let's get into this, because this is really the foundation of the whole thing. Before you even think about touching a spreadsheet or an investment app, Gall says you've got to rewire your brain. It's a fundamental shift away from what we're all taught to want our whole lives. So, what you're seeing here is the big choice, really. On one side, you've got the usual path, work hard, climb the ladder, get a bigger salary so you can buy more stuff, and just keep doing that until you hit 65. But the strong money way, well, it flips that completely on its head. It starts by asking, what life do you actually want to live? And then it uses money simply as a tool to build that life, where your time is way more valuable than any fancy toy. And this quote it nails it, doesn't it? We see someone with a flash car or a massive house, and we automatically think, wow, they're rich. But Gaughan's point is so simple and so powerful. That doesn't mean they have money. It means they've spent money. Real wealth is the stuff you own that's working for you, not the stuff you've bought to show off. Right, so you've got the mindset sorted. But how you actually do it? This is where we get into the nuts and bolts. Gatto lays out this really clear three-part engine that's designed to power you all the way to financial freedom. And here are the three pillars of that engine. First up, don't worry about the odd coffee here and there. Focus on the big wins, the huge expenses, like your housing, your transport, and your food. Get those down and you're miles ahead. Second, you take every single dollar you save and you use it to boost your savings rate. And third, and this is key, don't try to be a stock-picking genius. Keep it simple. Invest in low-cost, diversified index funds, or ETFs, which are basically like buying a tiny slice of hundreds of different companies all at once. And this is probably the most important idea in the whole book. Forget trying to chase some crazy 20% return on a hot stock tip. The single biggest thing that decides how fast you get to freedom is your savings rate. What percentage of your pay you can actually stash away and invest. Everything else is just noise. This chart just lays it out so clearly. Have a look at the massive difference. If you save 20% of your income, which, let's be honest, is considered pretty good, you're still looking at 37 years of work. But if you can crank that up to a 60% savings rate, you slash that timeline down to just 12 years. That is the incredible power he's talking about. It's a total game changer. Now, what's so great about this book is that it's not some generic American plan. So many of these finance books are. This one is pure Aussie, through and through. It's built specifically for our economy, our tax system, and the way we invest here down under. All right, the big one, the debate you'll have at every single Aussie barbecue, shares versus property. Now, Gao's take is that while property is awesome for building wealth early on because you can use leverage, for a simple, stress-free retirement, shares are the winner. Why? Well, there are no tenants calling you at 10 p.m. about a blocked toilet, and you can sell off little bits whenever you need cash instead of having to sell a whole house. And this right here, this is Australia's investing cheat code. Franking credits are basically the tax office giving you a credit on your dividends because the company has already paid tax. It's a uniquely Aussie advantage, and it makes building a passive income from shares here so much more powerful than in most other countries. So after all the spreadsheets and the strategies, the book brings it all back to the one question that really matters. What's the point of all this hard work? What does life actually look and feel like when you get to the other side of it? Because look, this journey, it isn't a quick sprint, it's a marathon. And Gao is really honest about what he calls the boring middle, that long stretch where it feels like you're just slogging away. He really hammers home that your mental health is every bit as important as your net worth. Because the real goal isn't just to escape your job, it's to build a life that's so damn good you don't feel like you need to escape from it in the first place. So, it really leaves us with this one powerful question to think about. Forget what ads and social media tell you that you should want. If you sit down and are truly honest with yourself, what does enough actually look like for you? What is your version of a rich life? Subscribe so you don't miss an episode.